Okay.
Welcome to the Big Picture TV.
Sarah, I've known you a long time. When we first both met, we were working in London. You've made a lot of changes in your life since then. What was it that inspired you to change?
Well, I was working a 9 to 5 in an office job, and my friend offered for me to go on holiday with her to an ashram in the Bahamas. It was February and it was grim and grey in London, so I took her up on the offer and we went to the Bahamas and we stayed in this ashram, and I had some of the most I would say spiritually changing experiences that I've had in my life so far. I'd only been there I think a couple of weeks, but it was really intense. We were doing meditation, yoga, chanting from 6 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock in the evening, living by the sea, and I had, like I said, experiences that were like seeing visions and having feelings, and these were all just generated by the intense yoga that we were doing. And I also spoke to a lot of the teachers there because we were having spirituality lessons on a daily basis, Q&As. So we were learning about meditation, the process of how to get into meditation, what comes up in meditation as well. And I would say that I came back from that inspired to know more. And from that 2-week ashram retreat, I then took on a journey of learning about yoga for the next 10 years.
So I was going to ask you, where has yoga taken you? Because after that, I mean, you've travelled around with it quite a bit. You used to run retreats in Ibiza as well. So it's taken you around the world.
Yeah, I would say that I've spent about a year of my life in India learning about yoga from the teachers there, because I thought I may as well go to the source. So I learnt the Shivananda yoga tradition and the Ashtanga yoga tradition. I then travelled to America and I was learning about different styles of yoga that are more American, which are like Anusara yoga, and I also started teaching there. I then went and lived in Italy and I was teaching in Florence for a year, and then I've also lived in Ibiza, which is when I also carried on teaching. I was running retreats there as well and workshops, but throughout the teaching there's always been learning, because I've always felt like a student, and then obviously coming back to the UK and teaching in London primarily.
So your favourite place in the world, and why? I know there's so many, but where springs to mind when I say somewhere that brings amazing memories or sparks of passion in you?
I've recently come back from Sardinia in Italy, and I would say that's one of my favourite places. The coast is incredible, the sea is beautiful, loads of snorkeling to be done, the people are really friendly, and obviously I'm half Italian, so I can mix in fairly easily with the locals, and I've got lots of family that we all get together in Sardinia. We meet there once a year, so that's always a special time for me personally. In terms of a place which I love as well, is Ibiza. I would love to maybe one day go and live there.
Okay, and cooking, you like to cook?
Love cooking, yes.
Is there one dish you particularly have mastered, your signature dish, or are you just quite experimental with it?
I'm very experimental with my cooking. There's lots of things that go right and some that go wrong, and I would say one of my favourite things to do is just to put lots of things in a roasting dish, like chicken legs and chicken breasts, and then with loads of like root vegetables, lots of herbs, olive oil, salt and pepper, stick it in, 30-40 minutes, out it comes, and we all eat together.
So I always say good cooking is really about a feel for food, and and being able to experiment and having the confidence, and obviously that builds up with time, but I think we're
it's developing your own taste as well, as to what you like and what you don't like.
What makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh? My friends, and my children, Jaya and River, because they are in that funny toddler stage that, you know, the way they speak and what they do is hilarious. And in terms of comedians, I would say Peter Kay, Michael McIntyre. Yeah.
Yoga is obviously it's a huge part of your life, but what does it mean to you? How do you think it has helped you as a person, and how do you think it can help other people? I mean, obviously we're all different, but
Yes.
in what ways can you see it helping other people in their lives?
Yoga for me is a practice that brings me back to my body and to my breath awareness, and so in a sense it allows me to tune in into my own radio station, if that makes sense. So it allows me the space to have an inner conversation with the little voice inside that we've all got, and it allows me the space to listen. So I hope that in the yoga teaching that I provide for students, I can also provide that space for each individual to really tune into their own selves and to listen to the little voice that they have and help them, guide them in their daily life.
A piece of music, a book or a film that you think everyone should know about, or maybe it's off their radar, so maybe not something massively commercial, but something that you think people should be aware of.
One of the things I've read relatively recently was Philip Pullman's His Dark Materials. It's quite well known, to be fair, so I don't know whether it would be off the radar, but I would recommend it, definitely.
Excellent, thanks Sarah. 3 words that describe you best. Oh,
It's a tricky one.
it is a tricky one.
Spontaneous
Good.
and fun and honest.
Thank you. I concur with those.
Thank you.
Are there any ambitions you still like to fulfill in your life?
I would like to go to South America. I would like to see the Northern Lights. I would like to go travelling with my children and maybe do a bungee jump.
What?
No, parachute jump.
Okay. Lastly, Sarah, many moons ago we both spent several weeks cycling around Tuscany together. That experience really ignited my passion for Italy and took me on a path in my own life that brought me to where I am now. Do you believe life offers up coincidences and opportunities that really we should listen to and take hold of and really pursue?
Yes, absolutely. I completely believe in that, and it's kind of part of my ethos, and it's also part of what yoga allows you to do, to listen in, to find those opportunities in life that you feel comfortable with, that you connect with, and that can move you forward. And yeah, there's plenty of opportunities in my life that I've, even the retreat in the Bahamas was an opportunity for me to discover a little bit more about yoga, and then it took me into the whole field of yoga, which, changed the course of my life over the past 15 years.
Thanks so much for your time, Sarah.
Thank you.
Grazie e ciao.
Grazie, ciao.